The Southeast, the deep South, really, they've been dealing with rounds of rain every day this week, and that's going to continue. There is some good news because we have a front that's on the way, and maybe places like New Orleans, parts of Mississippi and Alabama will get in on some slightly drier air this weekend. Very nice. In fact, picture perfect if you ask me. But that front is going to stall, and as it stalls, and as we continue to watch the tropics, there is a combination here that's setting up that could be problematic. And it does include the largest city in Georgia, as we've been looking at, Atlanta. That's for today. Maybe for tomorrow, a lot of the rain should be east of Atlanta. And then as we head into Sunday, our tune is going to begin to change, probably Sunday and then into much of next week, because this flooding threat is really going to ramp up, especially if the tropics behave as some forecasts and models have been indicating. Over the past 24 hours, though, it's what you would expect, right? We had rounds of showers and storms. These storms really picking up in intensity into the afternoon. Looking at what we had yesterday out of West Virginia, that cold front, right, sliding through the eastern third of the country. It's not just been the southeast, but we pay attention to the southeast because this is where fronts just like to loiter, Marissa. They like to hang out, and if you're not expecting it, you'll get caught in one of those downpours after what is a pretty nice start to the day, right? 78 in Myrtle Beach. I think we took another camera of Wilmington, North Carolina. A few clouds, but super manageable.
Super manageable.
79 degrees, a little bit on the muggy side this morning, but overall a nice Friday morning.
They've earned this day because it could be one of the last days. I mean, so the Wilmington office, the NWS, is out of Wilmington and also forecast for Myrtle Beach. And these are areas, to be quite honest, that have been monitoring the tropics since earlier this week about potential impacts. But before you even get there, it's that stalled boundary. It's the trough of the jet stream right overhead. That's going to make for a very messy days ahead.
It looks like a lot of what we saw yesterday is going to play out today. Maybe the coast is going to be more involved, but I want to be able to get beyond Saturday because that's when a lot of this rich tropical moisture, you could say that Humberto has a little bit of a funneling effect. A lot of this moisture, though, that could be tapped is going to ultimately come from Invest 94L and what that's picking up over the greater Antilles. And that's concerning because anytime we deal with tropical moisture, we have flooding concerns. This is only through Sunday. It does look like a pretty rainy solution, but just wait until we see next week because Monday, Tuesday, beyond, I was looking at Wilmington's forecast. Every day next week, there's a chance of showers and storms. And we're not talking these afternoon downpours. It could be some organized rain that's real concerning. This is where it gets problematic. And this very much has a tropical element to it. What will 94L do ultimately to the southeast? Yeah,
I think it's just really important to pay attention to the rain out ahead of even a potentially landfalling system. You don't even need that. You just need the tropical moisture. Rainfall rates could exceed 3 inches per hour. You could have training thunderstorms and to your point, more organized convection. So maybe more than half a foot of rain we could see in just a couple of days.
And there has been already talk from the WPC, the Weather Prediction Center, which gauges these excessive rain events. And one specific type of event is called a predecessor rain event. And there are makings of this happening. And the predecessor rain, sometimes you'll hear people call it a pre. It occurs hundreds of miles north of where a tropical system is at. And so watching the proximity, and even our Fox model has been indicating that, which has been a unique look for Sunday into Monday and then even in Tuesday, indicating that we could see some of that ride in from the tropics. And that would give us maybe some concerning trend for Tuesday and beyond. I mean, we're still days away, but I think it's good to set the expectation in the Carolinas. We're in for some very unsettled weather.
I think North Carolina, I know this hits very close to home because it was just a year ago we were dealing with the flooding from Hurricane Helene. Not that that's going to happen, but when you talk about a predecessor rain event, right? You're talking about the heavy rain before anything moves in. And so it's one of the forecasts that we have to monitor.
Totally.